Are you ready for the top 10 coolest facts about the Spider-Man movie? From Hugh Jackman's possible cameo to Heath Ledger's potential Harry Osborn, and even Michael Jackson's possible role in the film. And no, I'm not clickbaiting, guys. Never do that. No! Anyway, like I was saying, you're going to discover some amazing stuff in this video, trust me. Let's get started with number 1. There was originally supposed to be a cameo by Hugh Jackman as Wolverine in the first film, and the Australian actor even showed up on set in New York to shoot the scene. However, it had to be cancelled because Sony couldn't reach an agreement with 20th Century Fox, which held the film rights to the X-Men. Can you believe it? Raimi was already trying to create his own cinematic universe on his own, huh? And if you don't believe me, let me remind you that in the second movie, he personally included a line where they had to choose a name for what would eventually be Doc Ock. But do you remember what name they suggested? Let me refresh your memory just in case.
Doctor Strange.
That's pretty good. But it's taken.
Alright, jokes aside, let's move on to number 2. We all know good old J. Jonah Jameson, right? Well, apart from the fact that, according to him and the fans who constantly stop him on the street, he's literally the spitting image of his comic book character, which I totally agree with. Anyway, our favorite Spider hater became so attached to his character that he kept voicing him in the Ultimate Spider-Man animated series.
Get out of my office in 2.3 seconds or I'll staple you to a flagpole!
And yes, I know what you're thinking. He also made a cameo in Spider-Man Far From Home and Spider-Man No Way Home. Different universes, but his hatred for spiders still stands, huh? Alright, let's move on to number 3. Did you know that in the original version of the movie, there was a scene with the Twin Towers? In fact, the first trailer showed a sequence where Spider-Man was chasing some criminals in a helicopter, eventually trapping them with a web bigger than my house between the two Twin Towers. However, in the final version of the movie, they had to remove the scene due to the 9/11 tragedy. Although, in one scene, we can notice a small mistake, if we can call it that, in Spider-Man's lenses. In fact, if you zoom in a bit... See? Nothing escapes me. Number 4. This one's important. I'm warning you. Not quite like the last fact in this video, but we're getting there. Anyway, James Franco wasn't the first choice to play Harry Osborn. It was actually Heath Ledger. For those few who don't know him, that's him.
All it takes is a little push.
In any case, the actor turned down the role because he felt it wasn't right for him. And I'd say that was for the best. Can you imagine? If he had accepted, we might never have seen the Joker in his best form. And don't even try to tell me there have been better ones. Or I'll act like Peter Griffin. Clowns aside, let's move on to number 5. You know the iconic upside-down kiss scene in the first movie, right? Well, it turns out it wasn't easy to film at all. Tobey Maguire actually said that, aside from the discomfort of his costume, he couldn't breathe because the rainwater kept going up his nose. However, I'd say he doesn't have much to complain about, not only because he kissed Kirsten Dunst, but also because that kiss won the Best Kiss Award at the 2003 MTV Movie Awards. Don't believe me? Take a look here.
Thank you guys so much. I know Toby says thank you too, and he couldn't be here because he's doing Spider-Man 2. But
let's move from kisses to tentacles with number 6. Did you know that Doc Ock's tentacles were animatronic? Well, I'm asking because I didn't know that. Anyway, Alfred Molina, who portrayed the villain in the second film, worked with a team of puppeteers who controlled his mechanical tentacles, creating a more realistic and tangible interaction on set.
If I were a rich man.
The experience for dear Alfred was so traumatic that in his cameo in Spider-Man No Way Home, he explicitly asked if it would be possible not to repeat the experience. Not that there were any issues, since everything is done with CGI now.
Peter?
Otto.
Well, it's good to see you, dear boy.
It's good to see you.
How are you?
Trying to do better.
Number 7. You know the scene in the first film where Peter pulls off that incredible move to save Mary Jane in the cafeteria?
wow, great reflexes.
Well, guess what? There were no special effects used here either. The scene was actually filmed a total of 156 times and took a whopping 16 hours to shoot. Now let me explain how they did it, because otherwise it seems like Maguire really has superpowers. Basically, they coated the tray and the pieces that fell with a special glue to make sure they stuck together immediately. Then it just took a whole day to get the trick shot right. Number 8. This one made me laugh while I was writing the video. It seems that during the production of the first film, 4 Spider-Man suits were mysteriously stolen. Each suit was valued at $50,000, and their disappearance nearly threw the film into chaos, prompting Sony to offer a $25,000 reward for their return. After an 18-month investigation, the suits were tracked down in New York, Los Angeles, and Japan. The culprit, a security guard who had worked briefly on Spider-Man, was arrested alongside a friend. It was also revealed that he had previously stolen a Batman costume worth $150,000 while working at Warner Brothers. The costumes were returned to their respective studios, and the security guard went to prison. Let's move on with number 9. Before the role of the villain was given to Willem Dafoe, the part of the evil Goblin was turned down by Jim Carrey, John Malkovich, and Nicolas Cage. Dafoe performed 90% of the stunt scenes and refused to be replaced by stuntmen because, in his words, they had a different body language than his. The actor also had the original armored costume of the character changed to a slimmer, more athletic one. The final outfit consisted of 580 pieces and took Dafoe half an hour to put on. Isn't it strange how most of the best roles played by the actor correspond to the ones where he plays a crazy person, right?
Maybe that's why people come up to me and say, "You know what role you'd be perfect for? The Joker." Always nice to hear that you got the vibe of a sociopath.
Here we are at number 10. Are you ready? Well, it seems that Michael Jackson was a huge fan of Spider-Man, so much so that he wanted to play the character on the big screen. Despite not having any acting abilities, he approached director Sam Raimi about it. The idea was initially considered by the production because Marvel at the time wasn't what it is today. In fact, box office earnings weren't great. Nonetheless, Marvel didn't see him as the best choice and decided not to give him the role.
Soon, we must all face the choice between what is right and what is easy.
The singer, however, didn't take it well and tried to buy the entire company, which obviously didn't happen, as Isaac Perlmutter, the owner of Marvel at that time, valued the company at $1 billion. It sounds crazy, but it really happened. All right, folks, we're done for today. I encourage you to subscribe if you'd like to support me and to turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next videos. See you soon.